If you have pieces of cardboard like this, I'm going to share a useful tip on how to make good use of them instead of throwing them away. Take a piece of cardboard and start sketching its shape. First, draw a straight line about 16 centimeters long. This will serve as the basic frame for the next steps. Next, from the end of the line you just drew, draw another perpendicular line about 18 centimeters long. This will be the main edge that helps define the overall shape of the model we're about to create. Now, divide the width of the cardboard into 3 sections, 2 parts of 5 centimeters and 1 part of 6 centimeters. This division will make it easier to fold, create creases, and accurately align the connecting parts in the next steps. Then, draw another shape with a length of 12 cm and a width of 5 cm. This piece will serve as an additional part that you'll later attach to the main frame. To complete the structure, I'll mark the areas that need to be cut. Next, take a pair of sharp scissors and carefully cut along all the marked lines. Try to keep your hand steady and follow the edges as precisely as possible. This will help the pieces fit together neatly later on. If the cardboard is thick, you can press a little harder or use a utility knife for cleaner cuts, but always do it slowly and safely. Once you're done, you'll have several separate pieces ready for the next assembly step. Now, take all the cut pieces and start gluing them together to form a box shape. Apply a thin, even layer of glue along the edges. Then gently press the pieces together to make sure they stick firmly. Once the glue has dried, continue attaching the remaining pieces. Apply glue to the edges just like before. Then press each piece firmly into place. Make sure all the sides are aligned properly so the box keeps its clean, even shape. After all the pieces are glued together, let it sit for a few minutes to ensure everything is completely dry and secure. Next, use adhesive tape to seal around the box and cover all the gaps. Carefully run the tape along each edge to make sure there are no open seams left. This will not only strengthen the structure, but also give the box a cleaner and more finished look. Make sure the tape is pressed down firmly so it sticks well and keeps everything tightly sealed. After finishing the mold, it's time to move on to a special part of the process. This next step will give the project its unique function and make all the work you've done so far really pay off. Now, prepare some cement and pour it into a plastic cup. Make sure to use just enough of the size of your mold. You don't need too much at once. Next, add some water into the cup and stir the mixture thoroughly. Use a stick or a small spoon to mix until cement becomes smooth and even in texture. The mixture should have a slightly thick, pourable consistency. If it feels too dry, add a little more water. If it's too runny, add a bit more cement and keep stirring until it's just right. Set the cement mixture aside for now and move on preparing another mixture. This time, take a piece of foam and break it into small pieces. You can use your hands to crumble it or cut it with scissors to create tiny fragments. Next, add some sand to the crumbled foam pieces. Mix them together thoroughly so the sand is evenly distributed among the foam fragments. Then, add some cement to the foam and sand mixture. Stir everything together thoroughly until the cement, sand, and foam are well combined. Next, add water to the foam, sand, and cement mixture. Stir thoroughly to create a uniform, workable consistency. Not too runny, but easy to pour or press into the mold. When combined, these ingredients, foam, sand, cement, and water, form a lightweight concrete. The foam creates tiny air pockets within the mixture, which reduces its weight while still keeping it strong and durable. The result is a material that's much lighter than regular concrete, but still sturdy enough for molding into shapes and structures. Now, pour both mixtures into mold. Start by adding the first cement-only mixture, spreading it evenly across the bottom. Make sure to spread the mixture evenly throughout the mold. Gently tap the sides of the mold to help any trapped air bubbles rise to the surface and escape. This step ensures a smooth, solid final piece without holes or weak spots. After letting the cement mixture set and become slightly firm, the next step is to pour the lightweight concrete mixture on top. Carefully spread it evenly so it covers a partially set base, making sure the surface is smooth. Gently tap the sides of the mold again to release any trapped air bubbles and ensure the layers bond well together. This layering creates a strong yet lightweight final piece with a solid foundation. After a few days, once it has completely dried and hardened, carefully remove the mold. Gently lift or peel away the cardboard pieces to reveal your finished concrete structure. Inside, it will be divided into two sections, and just like that, we've successfully created a sharpening stone. The layered structure gives it the right balance of hardness and durability, making it perfect for honing knives. Now your homemade sharpening stone is ready to use. Next, use sandpaper to smooth out the edges and surface of the sharpening stone. Start with a coarser grit to even out any rough spots, then gradually move to finer grits for a polished, smooth finish. Make sure to sand all sides evenly, paying special attention to the corners and edges, so the stone is comfortable to hold and safe to use. The cement-only side will be smooth, making it ideal for fine sharpening, while the side with sand will be rougher, providing a coarser surface for initial grinding or shaping. And because of the foam, it's lighter than a regular sharpening stone. For the same size, a typical sharpening stone would weigh around 1 kg, but this homemade version is noticeably easier to handle while still being effective. Since my knife isn't very dull, I'll only use the fine side of the sharpening stone for smoothing. There's no need for the coarse side in this case, so I can focus on honing the edge to a sharp, polished finish. Because I measured according to the standard size of a regular sharpening stone, it fits perfectly onto the base. This ensures stability during use and makes it easy to handle while sharpening knives. Next, I'm going to sharpen this knife. I'll place the blade against the smooth side of the stone and carefully draw it across, maintaining a consistent angle. The goal is to gradually hone the edge, making it sharp and precise without removing too much material at once. For curved blades, it's best to follow the shape of the edge while sharpening. Move the knife along the curve in a smooth, consistent motion, ensuring that the entire edge makes contact with the stone. This technique helps maintain the natural curve of the blade and achieves an even, sharp finish along its length. After sharpening, check the blade carefully to ensure it's evenly honed and razor sharp. Once satisfied, clean the knife and the sharpening stone, and your blade is ready for use. The knife edge is now extremely sharp and precise. It can slice through paper effortlessly and cut cleanly without tearing, showing that the honing was effective. The smooth, polished edge glides easily through food, making cutting safer and more efficient. You can see and feel the difference compared to before sharpening. It's keen, consistent, and ready for everyday use. And that's it. We've successfully made our own sharpening stone and used it to hone a knife. This DIY project not only saves money, but also gives you a versatile tool with both fine and coarse surfaces. It's lightweight, easy to handle, and effective for keeping your knives sharp. Give it a try, and you'll see how satisfying it is to create something useful with your own hands.